Hi, this is Leanne from Global Media Networks with the Business Roundup for the day. We have the Colombo Stock Exchange Chairman Krishan Balendra is confident that a new strategic plan and a transformational map underway along with a host of ongoing initiatives will bolster the Colombo bourse. According to Balendra, laying in place a cohesive risk infrastructure, implementing state-of-the-art technologies, enhancing products, optimizing attractiveness as a vehicle that meets domestic demand for investment and capital raising, enhancing Sri Lanka's position as an attractive destination for foreign investment, restructuring organization and processes, and improving governance are all aspects that have been considered in the SEC's transformational plans. We see that Galadari Hotel is doing well operationally despite the negativities in the market and targeting 2 billion rupees revenue at the end of the coming financial year. Closing 2011 with 1 billion profit, the hotel is now looking at refurbishment and possibly a complete revamp of the hotel if the debt equity swap is given the approval from the Securities and Exchange Commission of Sri Lanka. Assuring that all is well in the hotel, General Manager Sampath Sivardhana yesterday stated that growth in revenue has recorded an increase year-on-year, while bottom-line profits have also seen an upward shift. The mobile subscribers grew 6.4% to 18.86 million in the first quarter of 2012 in Sri Lanka of 20 million people. Now, in the last quarter of 2010, Sri Lanka's tele-density or telephone per 100 people rose to 100.7. Now, the mobile subscribers grew in double digits up to the third quarter of 2011. The mobile market is shared between 5 operators, that is Malaysia's Azatia, Dialog Azatia PLC, and UAE's Etisalat, Sri Lanka Telecom Mobitel, that is Sri Lanka Telecom PLC, which is part owned by Malaysia's UT Group. Now India, and we also have India's Airtel and Hutchison Telecom. Then we see Sri Lanka is awaiting approval from the Cabinet of Ministers to go ahead with the planned dollar bond issue, which is likely to take place shortly. Now, within 2 to 3 weeks, a discussion will be made. A source closely working with the matter revealed. Now, according to the source, the primary aim of raising dollars via the bond issue would be to settle the debt of $500 million, which Sri Lanka raised through a 5-year dollar bond issue in 2007. Now, this will mature in October, so we have to settle it, said the source. Now, the country has already received proposals from a number of international banks to take part in the dollar bond issue, while Sri Lanka is likely to mandate either 3 or 4 banks as done in the past. Sri Lanka during the past 5 years has often tapped the dollar bond market after making a debut in 2007. But the country in the past has selected banks such as Bank of America, Merrill Lynch, Barclays Capital PLC, HSBC, and the Royal Bank of Scotland to help raise the dollar bonds from the international market. In 2011, it raised $1 billion via a 10-year sovereign bond at an interest rate of 6.25%. Then we have Sri Lanka's Dialog Azatia has partnered with Cable and Wireless Worldwide to address the growing customer demand for its managed services. But the partnership will allow the local firm to use the C&W Worldwide International's MPLS network. According to the report, Dialog Azatia is looking at offering its enterprise customers various managed services on video, voice, and data platforms. The media report stated that Dialog will also expand its network coverage beyond its points of presence in the UK and establish itself as the leading international MPLS provider in the Sri Lankan market. Moving on to more news, we have the construction of the much-awaited and long-due express train link from Fort to Colombo International Airport and other related development work for the project will commence by the end of 2012. Now, the feasibility study of the project conducted by the KPMG of India has now been completed, and the investor consortium has managed to raise $650 million for the project, also underlining the global investor confidence for a novel project of this nature for Sri Lanka. We see that the Lotus Terminal site will comprise an architecturally modern and versatile 32-story tower which would function as a city center for the local and foreign business persons who would be spending a few days in the capital city. Then we see that the DFCC group posted a consolidated profit after tax of 2,973 million rupees for the financial year 2011-2012 from its core business. Now, this is an increase of 37% over the 2,170 million rupees recorded in the previous year. Now, the post-tax group profit increased by 22% to 769 million rupees for the quarter ended 31st March 2012. We also have another corporate announcement, which would be SoftLogic Finance PLC, the leasing and finance arm of the diversified group SoftLogic Holdings, posted an exceptional 2011-2012 financial year, recording an income of 1,531 million rupees for the year ended 31st March 2012, which marks an increase of 135% over the previous year's income of 651 million rupees. Now, strident growth is evident across all financial indicators. Its profit after tax echoed similar sentiments, recording 106 million rupees compared to 69 million rupees in the preceding year, making a clear 54% jump. And lastly but not least, we have the Sri Lanka Minister of Cooperatives and International Trade says the regulations introduced to make use of plastic crates compulsory in transporting vegetables will be reactivated from Monday, the 11th of June. The Secretary of the Ministry, Sunil S. Sirisena, said that the non-implementation of law caused injustice to the traders and farmers who began to use plastic crates on the instructions of the government. The official further stated that the law is pertaining to 11 types of vegetables and 10 types of fruits. The gazette is in this regard was issued several months ago, but the ministry did not take action to implement it thoroughly. Now, with that, I round up the news for today. Thank you very much for listening and have a good weekend.